Hello guys! So before we start, I just want to point out this shirt that I knew I had to mention in a video that I got from Hot Topic today because I think it is so cute. It says, "You're never alone when you have books," and I thought it was like so fitting to me. I even showed my brother it and he was like, yeah, that is totally you. So I ended up getting it and I was so excited to wear it in this video today. So anyway, let's get on to my July wrap up. For July, I read a total of 4 books, which compared to June when I read 12 books isn't that great. But the thing is, and I keep repeating it, I did start college this month, or actually, I don't know if cosmetology school counts as college, but I'm counting it as college. I started that this month. My free time for reading has just plummeled. I haven't had time for reading at all, but I did manage to get in 4 books, which I think is pretty decent. So I'm still proud of myself for that. Like, it's better to read at least that amount of books than not at all. So that is probably a good thing. So the first book I read in July was Another Day by David Levithan, and I got this as an ARC copy on NetGalley, which I was so happy for because this has been one of my most anticipated books of this year. This is a companion novel to Every Day. It is basically the same exact story, like to the point, but it is told in another character's point of view. And I wasn't sure if I was really gonna like that, but I ended up really liking it. This was told in the point of view of the main character's love interest, so it kind of showed her thoughts on him. And if you guys don't know what Every Day is about, I guess I'll explain it really quickly. Every Day is a book about a person, so to say, who wakes up in the body of a new person every single day. And I have explained before, it is my favorite book of all time. No, not even exaggerating, it's my favorite book of all time. So I was so excited to read the sequel to it, or companion novel, and it did not disappoint at all. So when this comes out, I definitely would recommend you checking it out. But be sure to read Every Day first before you read Another Day. And obviously I gave this one 5 out of 5 stars. Then I read one of my favorite books I read in July, and that is The Kiss of Deception by Mary E. Pearson, which has something on it. What is that? Okay, I got it off. I don't know what that was, but I don't even want to know. I don't think I found it as mind-blowing as people had said it was. I heard a lot of people said it was probably the most mind-blowing book ever. Like, you didn't expect this thing to happen, but I wasn't that mind-blown by it. But regardless, I still love this a lot. This book is about a princess who is about to get married to a prince she has never met before, and she decides she's not going to have that, and she runs away from her kingdom to this place to work as a maid in a cafe or restaurant, so to say. But there are 2 people coming after her, and one is the prince and the other is an assassin who is trying to kill her, and she doesn't know who is who. But the thing is, the reader actually, which is you, does not know who the prince or who the assassin is either, so it makes such a unique concept, and I absolutely love that about it. And I just had a lot of fun reading this, and now I have the sequel to it, which I will be getting to this month. Actually, I'm getting to it this week for the booktubeathon, hopefully, and I'm just excited to see what happens after this. I actually gave this one, I believe I remember giving it a 4.5 stars, just because I felt like some parts of it were getting kind of boring, just a little bit, but for the most part I did like it a lot, and it kept me very, very hooked. Next, I read a reread, and that is The Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane by Kate DiCamillo. I read this during the Cramathon. I didn't get to read a lot of books during that readathon, but I did read this, and I loved it the second time I read it. I actually pretty much was very close to reading this in one sitting. I finished this in under 5 hours. It's a very short book. It's actually like a children's novel, so I flew through it very, very quickly. And this one is about a rabbit who gets lost from his owner, and he travels far everywhere to different owners and learns new lessons about himself. Basically, this one little stuffed rabbit goes through so much character development. It's just a really, really cute book. And I loved it the second time. It was really, really good, and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Then after that, and this was still going on during the Cramathon, I got to reading volumes 10 through 13 of the Fruits Basket series. I actually didn't expect to read like 4 whole volumes, but I felt like they were so fitting for the Cramathon, since the objective for the Cramathon was to cram all these books and just read small books in a really short amount of time. So I was able to get through a lot from this series, and I'm like basically giving every volume a 5 out of 5 stars because I love it that much. I know I keep saying that, but I truly do. And then I kind of ended July on a bad note, like a really bad note with this one, and this is Fallen. I don't even know what to say about this one. I DNF'd it actually. I got through, like, I was so close to finishing it. I was about to like page 360 or so, and there was like a little bit over 400 pages. I was so close, but it got to the point where I just did not give any care about what was going to happen anymore. This one is just, it is a reproduction of Twilight basically. Everything about it is like the same exact thing as Twilight. You have your uninteresting main girl character and a love triangle, which the boys in the love triangle have the same personalities as Edward and Jacob from Twilight, and it's a mimic. It's a total mimic. I'm not sure if this was made after Twilight or before it, but it's just the same exact thing, and it was so bad. I actually gave this one a 2 out of 5 stars. I was close to giving it a 1, but the thing was, I was still just a tad bit interested in what was going to happen next after the chapters. So I'll give it that it kept me interested, but for the most part, it was just really, really bad. And the things about it that I heard before, like the bad things about it, were true, and I'm just like, I shouldn't have known. I actually kind of knew that going into it, but yeah, it was bad. And the thing that was frustrating with this one is it was mega slow paced. Like, I was waiting for something to happen, and the thing that, like, the main hook of what this whole book is about didn't happen until like 300 pages later. Like, it took that long. It was so frustrating. And the main girl character in this book did not end up with the person I wanted her to end up. In fact, she ended up with the guy that I absolutely hate. Like, I hate this guy so much, and she chose him. She's so stupid. I'm just like, yeah, just don't pick this one up. It was so bad. I'm not even gonna go into it anymore, but yeah, it was bad. So that concludes my July wrap up. I guess I said 4, but counting the Fruits Basket series, I read a little more than that. Okay, so thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye!